everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen, and this is my channel. I'm going to insert a clip in here of something I want you guys to see. Let's just watch the clip because it's self-explanatory. Okay, so go watch it. I have a package that I got. I actually got this last week, and I'm going to figure out who sent it to me in a second. But if I want the person to know beforehand that I was not being grateful or not going to recognize that I was sent another gift. I had just already made the videos of me opening the other gifts, and I got this afterwards. And this was before I asked for no one to send me more gifts. So this was before I asked that. And like I said, this was not me trying to be ungrateful, and they probably wondered if I got the gift, and I apologize for it taking so long. So let me open it. I opened the tape, of course. I have not looked inside, so I'm going to open it and we'll see what's inside and who it's from. Oh, it's yumminess. Let me get the note first. Oh, so this is from Erica. So Erica, thank you so much. And like I said, I did not mean to put this off for so long. I'm very grateful, and it wasn't that I didn't appreciate you sending me a gift. It was just, it came after I opened the other ones, and I wanted to make sure I made a video where I could thank you properly and not just throw it in with another topic of a video. So I wanted to make sure I did it now before it got any further along, because it's been over a week now. And this is amazing. Vanilla caramel cream syrup for my coffee. Actually, I have also put this in tea, black tea, and with a little bit of almond milk, and it makes the black tea taste really good as well. So this is wonderful. Thank you so much. The past 2 mornings I have had coffee. Yesterday morning I had the the syrup that Jennifer sent me, the pecan caramel, and it was delicious. I've gotten back into drinking my tea and coffee in the morning because I'm starting back to intermittent fasting. So tomorrow morning when I have my coffee, I am going to try this, and I will let you know what it tastes like. I'm very tempted to open it and stick my finger in it, but I don't want to do that in case I want to offer it to somebody else who will come and see me and have a cup of coffee with me. So I won't do that, but it looks delicious. And next time I go to the store, I'm going to get some heavy whipping cream so I can add that to my coffee with the flavoring, because I've had a lot of people tell me that that is really good as well. Okay, so there was the clip of the gift that I got. Like I said in the clip, I got that after I gotten my last gifts, the ones I did in a video, and it's been over a week now, and I didn't want it to go any longer, but I wanted it to make sure I did it in the beginning of a video, and it seemed like all the other videos I did were about something else, and I just didn't want to throw it in with another topic of a video, so I figured it was a good time today. So thank you very much. I love it. I had it in my coffee this morning, and it is delicious. So thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And like I said, no more gifts, please. There is somebody on Facebook who is trying to send me a gift, and they know who they are, but no more gifts. I appreciate it, and it's very thoughtful, but please donate the money to a charity or a good cause, and that would mean a lot to me. All right, so what else I want to talk about today is I am going to do something next week, my About Next Week topic. I'm going to do something, and I'm probably going to get a lot of criticism over it. But let's just be honest, I get a lot of criticism either way, so I'm okay with that. This is not doctor approved. I did not even run this by my doctor, and I've just read a few articles, and I know, I've read a few articles, so that makes me an expert. Not really, but I'm just doing this to see how. Okay, let me just tell you what I'm going to do. From Monday at 10 a.m. until Thursday at 10 a.m., I'm going to attempt to do a 72-hour fast. I've never done longer than like 18 hours before, unless I've been sick, and that's totally different. So for the last 3 days, I've been doing fasting, intermittent fasting. I have stopped eating around 8 p.m. and then started eating around 1 or so in the afternoon. So I'm averaging about 17 hours and maybe 17 and a half hours of fasting, I think. I use the, I can't look because it's on my phone. I will leave the name of the app that I use. It's the Zero app, that's what it's called. Zero Intermittent Fasting app. And you just tap it when you start fasting, and then it will tell you when your 16 hours is up. But I've always gone beyond that because when my fast ends for that time, I'm usually doing something and I can't eat at that moment. So I've been averaging about, like I said, 17 and a half hours. If you follow me on Instagram, I've posted my fasting times on there for the past 3 days. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name on there, the link is below. That's the weird guy upstairs again. We're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. So yes, I'm going to attempt the 72-hour fast. I've been reading a lot of, okay, not a lot. Let me keep it real here. I read 3 articles. And in those 3 articles, it suggested that a 72-hour fast will help reboot and boost the immune system. I don't know if that's true. There are studies. I don't know how legitimate the studies are. They were put out by universities. So I'm assuming that there is some legitimacy in the studies. And again, I'm probably sure the studies are in lab animals and not humans, but it's a study and it was suggested that that's what might happen. So I guess there's no harm in it. I'm definitely not going to go any longer than 72 hours, and I'm probably pretty sure I won't last 72 hours, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to make a video every day of all 3 days and let you know how it's going. I'll probably take clips during the days of how it's going and how hungry I am and how much I want to eat everything in sight. And it's probably not a good idea since I have an eating disorder. I understand it's not a good idea, but it's something I do want to try. And if I feel that it's something I cannot continue on with, even after the first day, I will not continue on with it, and I'll be honest with you guys and let you know my thoughts and my feelings. I'm also going to be journaling during this time to see what I feel while I'm not eating. I think it can be important and beneficial to you in soul searching to figure out the causes of your overeating and binge eating and eating disorder, to go without food and let those emotions come up and feel those emotions. Because for me, food covers emotions and it pushes down a lot of emotions. A lot of scared feelings, loneliness, even tiredness. I eat and I get more energy. So I will be journaling and I will read to you parts of what I journal. I probably won't read to you all of my journal because that's a little private, but I will share with you what I'm feeling and thinking during the days, if I make it days with an S. So that's what I'm going to be trying for those 3 days. I'm still going to meal prep. I'm going to meal prep as if I'm going to eat. So if I don't make it, I will have food to fall back on. If I do make it, then I will have food for longer in the week. So no harm there. I'm going to do the meal prep on Sunday, and you'll see that video on Monday as usual, back in the routine. I have 2 different meal preps I'm going to do. I'm not going to meal prep my breakfasts anymore, I've decided, because with intermittent fasting, I'm only doing usually 2 meals and a snack, like kind of a bigger snack. So I can just put my eggs in the microwave and it's pretty quick. I honestly didn't really like making the eggs ahead of time like that. They kind of had a weird taste, and the frittatas, when I cut them into, and somebody did say that some of them were bigger pieces than the others, which is true, but it seemed like they were really heavy and dense, and I really don't like that. So I'm just going to make my breakfasts in the mornings and just do meal prep for my evening meal. And then I will be prepping vegetables to have for a snack during the week, during the day. But back to the fasting. I'm jumping all around like I always do. I'm clearing my throat. So with my fasting, I don't know, you guys can let me know how, if you guys do intermittent fasting or fasting, how you guys do it. I've read several people do it in several different ways. The past 3 days when I've been intermittent fasting, I've still had my Teami Skinny Tea. And just by the way, there is a promotion going on right now. If you use the code LBJ25, you get 25% off of your Teami purchases. I've been still drinking my Teami Skinny Tea, which I love. It makes me have more energy. It reduces my cravings a lot, and I really enjoy it. So I will be still drinking my Teami Skinny Tea in the morning, as well as coffee in the morning, and then water. And I'm thinking about having the 0-calorie seltzer water, or flavored water, sparkling water that I got. Is that okay, you guys, or is that not okay? You guys can let me know what you think about that. I have a few days before I'm going to start, so I can read your comments and decide whether it's something I'm going to do. Monday morning before I start my fast, I'll make a video and let you guys know exactly what I'm going to do, lay it all out for you guys, and then we'll start and see how it goes from there. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I think I'm up for the challenge and I want to see how it goes and what it's like. At least once in my life, try fasting for a long period of time. So that is what's going to be happening next week on my channel. And then now I'm going to insert a clip here of the kale recipe that I made. I made kale chips yesterday, and I want to share that with you, the recipe with you guys. So go watch that now, and I'll be back. Let's make some kale chips. I have my kale that I had pre-washed and let it dry because you don't want it to be wet because it'll take longer to dry out in the oven. So you want to preheat your oven to 300 degrees. And then you want to take your kale and you just rip the leaves off. You don't want to leave the hard stem on it. So you just rip it off like this. I'm probably going to have to do a few batches because I have quite a bit of kale and my cookies, my baking. Oh, I just dropped a piece of kale on the floor. It didn't want to go in the oven. So like I said, I'm going to have to do a few batches of this because I have quite a lot of kale and I have a small baking sheet because I have a small oven. So just pulling it off. Not that exciting. And I've already done some, so here is the batch that I have now. I'm going to do a few more pieces. I guess I can put you guys down so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so here we have the kale. I think that's going to be just about all because you don't want it in layers because it's not going to dry out properly. This will shrivel down. I have made this once before and it turned out really well. So I'm hoping this will turn out really well too. I think that's all I'm going to put on this cookie sheet. Or baking sheet, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so what you're going to do next is just get your handy dandy little olive oil miso. I don't call it a miso. I don't know why I want to call it miso. It's a misto. So you just pump it. And I'm going to lightly spray my kale. And then you just want to kind of toss it around and then spray it just a little bit more. And then you can really add any kind of flavorings you want to it, spices or herbs or tastes. So I'm going to add some salt. Not a lot. And then I'm also going to put on it some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning. Again, not a lot. Just to give it a little bit of flavor. And I'm going to toss it around again. Make it all happy. And we want to kind of arrange it so it's in as much of one layer as possible. Alright, so that's going to go into a 300 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And then I will check back when it is done. Alright, here is my first batch out of the oven. It turned out really well. As you can see, it's nice and crispy. That was about, I'd say about 25 minutes in the oven at 300 degrees. And it is delicious. All right, they looked really good, right? So here are my kale chips. Got 2 bunches made. Well, this bag was completely full, but I gave a couple pieces away and then I ate some. So it's not completely full anymore, but they turned out really well. This is the second time I've made them and I will definitely make them again. It kind of looks questionable. It kind of looks like some questionable contraband in here, but I'm assuring you that it is not, and it is kale chips. I'm dropping it. Oh my gosh, I dropped some in the video and now I'm dropping more. So, I don't know if you guys can see or hear. Crispy. And like in the video I showed you, I put garlic herb seasoning on it and it is still quite delicious. It gives you that kind of little crunchy feeling that you're having something kind of snacky without actually having a lot of calories or carbs or anything like that. All right. Oh, and one more thing. I follow this girl, and I think she does Atkins, but it's also very low carb that she's doing. She eats like under 5 carbs a day. And she does a lot of journaling videos and what she eats in a day and her weight loss journey. And her channel name is Beck's Corner. I'll leave a link in the description below for her channel. And she showed these awesome pens that she got, and I decided to get myself some pens too because they're pretty awesome. They're gel pens with erasers. How awesome is that? I will link that video to her channel where she used them and showed her using them in the description below. I think you guys, if you're into journaling or any kind of anything planning, erasable pens are pretty awesome, and they have them in all kinds of different colors, so you should go check that out. All right, that's all for me for today. I will see you guys again soon. Let me know your tips and tricks and what you guys think of intermittent fasting and how you do it in the comments below. Bye, everyone.